I want to share a story with you. It's an ancient one, found in the book of Genesis, but it feels more relevant today than ever. It's the story of a man named Joseph. Now, Joseph wasn't just any guy. He was the favorite son, the one who got the fancy multicolored coat from his dad, Jacob. You can imagine how that went over with his 11 older brothers. Spoiler alert, not well. They were so consumed by jealousy, it was like a poison in their veins. One day, Joseph, being a bit of a dreamer, tells them about these dreams he's been having. In one, their sheaves of wheat are bowing down to his. In another, the sun, moon, and 11 stars are all bowing to him. To his brothers, this was the last straw. It wasn't just favoritism anymore, this was arrogance. This was their little brother saying, "One day you'll all serve me." So they plot. Their hatred boils over, and they decide to get rid of him. They throw him into a deep, empty pit. And while they're sitting down to eat, they see a caravan of traders heading to Egypt. And Judah, one of the brothers, has a brilliant idea. Hey, instead of leaving him to die, why don't we sell him and make a little money? And that's exactly what they do. They sell their own brother into slavery for 20 pieces of silver. They take his beautiful coat, tear it, dip it in goat's blood, and take it back to their father Jacob, who is utterly convinced his favorite son has been devoured by a wild animal. The family is shattered by a lie. Joseph is taken to Egypt, a foreign land, a slave. He ends up in the house of a high-ranking official named Potiphar. And here's where Joseph's character starts to shine. He doesn't despair. He doesn't become bitter. He works hard, he's trustworthy, and God is with him. He rises through the ranks until he's in charge of Potiphar's entire household. But then disaster strikes again. Potiphar's wife tries to seduce him. Day after day, she pressures him. And day after day, Joseph refuses. He says, "How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" One day she grabs him and he literally runs away, leaving his cloak in her hand. Scorned, she accuses him of a crime he didn't commit. And just like that, Joseph is thrown into prison. From the pit to the palace, and now from the palace to the prison. It's a brutal whiplash. You'd think at this point he'd give up. I mean, how much can one person take? Betrayed by his brothers, falsely accused, forgotten in a dungeon. But even in prison, his integrity and his faith hold. He interprets the dreams of two of Pharaoh's officials, a baker and a cupbearer. He tells the cupbearer, "When you get out, please remember me." But the cupbearer, once he's restored to his position, forgets. For 2 more long years, Joseph waits. And then one night, Pharaoh, the most powerful man in the world, has 2 disturbing dreams that no one can interpret. Suddenly, the cupbearer remembers the Hebrew man in the dungeon. Joseph is summoned. He stands before Pharaoh and he doesn't take the credit. He says, "I cannot do it, but God will give Pharaoh the answer."
He interprets the dreams. 7 years of incredible abundance, followed by 7 years of devastating famine.
He then lays out a detailed plan to save Egypt. Pharaoh is so blown away by his wisdom that he does something incredible. He makes Joseph, the former slave, the former prisoner, the second most powerful man in all of Egypt. The famine hits and it's severe. It reaches all the way back to Joseph's family. And guess who has to travel to Egypt to buy grain? His 10 older brothers. They come and they stand before this powerful Egyptian governor, and they bow down. They have no idea it's the brother they sold into slavery decades ago. His dream from all those years ago has come true. Now here's the climax. This is Joseph's moment. He could have taken revenge. He had the power to destroy them, to make them pay for every ounce of pain they caused him. And he tests them, he plays with them a little. But ultimately, when he finally reveals himself, he doesn't choose vengeance. He weeps. And he says some of the most powerful words in all of Scripture. He looks at his terrified brothers and says, "Do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you." And then he says this, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Think about that. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Joseph saw a bigger picture. He saw that through all the betrayal, all the injustice, all the pain, there was a divine hand at work, weaving a story of redemption. What was meant to destroy him, God used to save his family and the entire nation. It's a story that gives me hope, and I hope it gives you a little too.